Uh... Alright, cool. Alright, so hello everyone. Welcome to Star Fox Command for the Nintendo DS. Some of you might not know what this game really is, but it's a kind of a weird strategy game where I'll be basically drawing my R-Wings to go to certain places and basically attack enemies before they could attack the Great Fox. So, yep. We're going to be starting here in just a second. Alright, sounds like we're good to start the timer, so yeah. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is the Pigma's Revenge ending. There are a total of 9 endings that you can get in this game, but we're going to be going for the shortest one that can be attained. So, right here we're going to just go ahead and start off with some very basic mechanics on Corneria, because it's Corneria, it's a Star Fox game. It's always going to be Corneria as the first stage. So we can just kind of draw, and we have a limited amount of fuel, so we can only go so far. So right here I am going to go ahead and attack this base. And those dots that are on the screen are the enemies that we need to take care of. So once all those enemies have been cleaned out, we'll be able to finish the mission. Alright, so right here we got, I like to call these guys Patrick Stars, because... Oh. But yeah. So when you're actually fighting enemies here, they are going to be in all-range mode, kind of like what's in Star Fox 64. And when you're in a base mission, you have to actually destroy this mothership. So we're going to be doing a barrel roll into these beacons here, and if you're not doing a barrel roll, you'll actually just die. So it's kind of weird. Yes, this is not Sonic Adventure DX. Most people know me as that Big the Cat guy at SGQ, so... But we got a different set of furry animals to deal with here. Alright, so... On this map here, when we draw through a freed base, you can get a little boost of fuel. And when you're drawing through these enemies here, you can get their attention and get them to follow you. Alright, so... Right here, we're going to use the smart bombs for the first time. So if we place them somewhere around the center of the map, it'll actually kill off all the enemies. And the one thing is, you have to destroy a certain set of enemies. Nope. There's still some guys still left. I thought I actually got them all. That's fine. I don't want to use up my next smart bomb until another set of enemies comes up. Ah, these guys keep turning around on me. Okay, that was a little messy, but it works. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward from here. We got a pretty simple set of enemies here, where they're just kind of tankers, where they'll be dropping bombs behind us, but they're really slow, so you can easily just shoot them down. I actually just kind of clipped into the tanker, so... A lot of enemies are going to be really, really annoying, and some are just going to be absolute cakewalk. Just deal with, so... this first mission is actually kind of interesting, because every time you beat an ending, this first stage actually gets harder and harder, where there'll be more bases, there will be fog on the stage, and you'll have a bunch of harder enemies as well, so this guy sometimes likes to chase you, and sometimes he likes to slam into you at the very start of the mission, and you just can't do anything about it. Alright. Alright, so we have... Let's see. Do I have one more enemy? No. Okay. So now I have to go on to the next space and conquer it. And that'll be into this mission. And this will actually be the last time we'll actually be playing as Fox, because this ending is actually going to be mostly dominated by Falco, because this is really just Falco's story. So we'll be seeing Falco very shortly. Alright, so we are about to do more barrel rolls. Ah, I accidentally forgot to start boosting there. It's fine. Just as long as I don't slam myself in without barrel rolling. Yeah, so this game is actually has a lot of mechanics based from Star Fox 2's development. Alright, so that's the first mission done. So when it comes to figuring out what ending you have to go to, you actually have to select various dialogue options. Those actually don't become available until you finish your first playthrough. So we're going to be asking, where's Falco? And basically the story just kind of takes over as basically Falco just being on his own. And for some reason, Falco has ownership over the Great Fox now. I don't know how that's possible, but... Alright, so right here, this stage has a bit of RNG to it. I'm hoping this set of enemies will have fewer enemies to deal with, because if you actually clear all the enemies that aren't required for you to destroy, you'll actually get a perfect, and that will reward you with an extra missile to shoot from the Great Fox, which is something I'll explain in the right after this mission. Alright, so we got some good RNG here. Now we just gotta kill these spiders. These guys can be a little annoying to deal with because they tend to really just move around, and your charge shot will actually miss sometimes. Yeah, it's like that. Alright, so now we gotta get the last blip on the radar here. I also don't want to be careful. I really want to be careful and not take up too much damage here, because your damage actually carries over from each enemy attack that you go up against. And Falco is his stat is having very low health, so it's kind of unfortunate. But he can target multiple enemies at one time, so that's a benefit he has. So these are missiles. You can just kind of shoot them from the Great Fox and just immediately eviscerate enemies on the map. You want to make sure you have a bunch of these. Alright, so we're going up against disco balls here. These guys just kind of go in very straight angles, but sometimes they like to curve, and they can do that sometimes, which is not good considering Falco can't take too much damage. I might have to actually go through one of these rings here. Actually, I'm going to do that for safety, because I can get some health here. That was unfortunately fuel, which is not what I really need. And that's a smart bomb, so that's still not correct. So I'm just going to have to be really careful here. These guys are really difficult to target, because they tend to move very erratically. But when they're moving in a straight line, they can be very manageable. But they never like to stay still. Thankfully, we really don't have any more missions or any more enemies we have to deal with. At least with Falco, so we'll be seeing our good friend Bill Gray coming to save us. Alright, so since we picked up another missile in the field, we're just going to get this set of enemies out of the way. Shoot that one down. We're going to pick up that missile so we can save it for the next mission. And now we're going to go up against our first slipstream missile. So missiles are basically just missiles that are shot from bases. They don't shoot from all bases, but you have to go through this long corridor kind of like stage. But there's really nothing going on here. You just have to line up with these beacons and then make sure you shoot down the missile. And just a fully charged shot there will completely take out the missile. There's some pilots in this game that you cannot use a charge shot, so it might be a little bit more difficult. More specifically, Leon tends to be like the worst pilot to use for missile slipstreams. So, all right. And Bill here does not have a charge shot either, so these guys can be a little bit tricky if they escape the smart bombs. So yeah. This is pretty much the end of the second mission we have here. Alright, so we're coming up on probably the most annoying mission in this this run, so it's gonna pray for our good RNG here. Alright, so this is one of these missions that we don't have a dialogue option, so it just takes us straight to the asteroid belt. Alright, so we actually carried over one missile from the last mission, so we can just take down one of these guys. It looks like I didn't get the best RNG here, but the way I see that is that I want the missile base to be on the left side, to be full of missiles. It's kind of hard for me to explain that, but basically you can tell when the base is about to fire a bunch of missiles, just from the blinking little missile that appears on the base icon on the map. But it's still missiles tend to be you'll have a bunch of them loaded into a base or none at all. You want to take down the one that has like the most, because that means there are going to be less missiles fired. But through this route, I can still get through and just only have to do one missile slipstream. And actually, I got pretty good luck here, so it actually does look like I chose the right base to go after. So yeah, you'll actually know if you got the good RNG if you got a bunch of enemy cores right there. But I'm still going to end up getting a missile launch right here, so that's still kind of unfortunate. And I want to take care of that guy, because he's going to get too close to the fox. I'll take care of that missile a little later. I'm in no rush here, because we're going to have a little friend come and save us. That's some pretty terrible RNG. Because sometimes these guys really like to escape the smart bombs. Still didn't pick up that one core back there. Okay. These guys are being little pains in the butts right now, but that's okay. Ah! Man, these guys are being little butts right now. Oop. I should have used up all my my energy to do a barrel roll there, so... Alright. Alright, so I believe it's this turn where Cat Monroe will come and help us out here. Alright, so unfortunately we have to deal with another missile. Hopefully this will work out. Okay. Okay, this will work out just fine. Yeah. That was a little odd with really... I can't even speak right now, but it's a little close for comfort for that missile. Alright, so these guys are actually pretty easy to take down. They like to stay still for the most part. Got barrel roll to victory right here. Like, even if you get hit, you don't even get hit by the laser, you just phase through it with the barrel roll when you're going through the beacons. I just find that kind of odd. Alright, so Cat should be able to take care of this. So Cat here has single plasma lasers, which plasma is actually like the best form of lasers, but if you... And she can actually charge this here, but there's some characters that have plasma lasers like Slippy, they can't actually charge those shots. So that's just another trade-off you have to deal with. But Cat can actually charge hers since it's a single plasma shot. Alright, so hopefully I don't mess up this missile slipstream. What? Oh my goodness. Ooh. Wow. I've never had that happen before. Well. Whew. Oh boy. Now we gotta retry the whole mission. I got a little too antsy there and turned down. So now we gotta do this over again. Lovely. Good thing I kind of set the estimate to be a little high, because usually an average run goes under 25 minutes, but that was a bit of an odd placement there. Rest in peace, Rob. We hardly knew thee. Ooh. I'm not liking how this is going right now. Where is he? Okay. Okay, got some health there. Yeah, so this is kind of an odd setup for me to be using because I usually play this game on Virtual Console on the Wii U, but I'm playing this on my actual DS, so this is a bit awkward for me to use here. So okay, good. I didn't get in contact with that missile. I was actually kind of worried about that. These guys are really hard to track once they separate. I don't know how this guy didn't take damage. I clearly saw that. Okay. Whatever. This game's hitboxes are kind of weird. Okay, so based on what I've looked at on the map, it seems like I'm not going to be really screwed here with how the missiles are going to be placed, so... Most of the time I don't ever get missiles coming from the south end of the map, but... Kind of interesting setup here. I'm going to unfortunately lose a missile here. Because I was hoping I'd be able to save a missile for the next mission, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. I'm just going to go ahead and get the slipstream out of the way. Alright, hopefully I don't choke this one somehow. Yeah, this game's kind of weird with its endings. Most people just have trouble comprehending these. Oh, jeez. Okay, I got health drop. That's good. There's, like, several endings. They're like, oh, Slippy becomes a father. Fox becomes a father. And then there's this one where Falco starts his own piloting crew. Oops, spoilers. But there's that, and then there's some weird ones like, oh, one of the new characters, Dash, who's like the grandson of Andross. He becomes like a dictator over Venom or something like that. And then there's one where they just outright become F-Zero, like Fox and Falco become F-Zero racers. Alright. Unfortunately, that was a really messy mission, but I was kind of dealt a sort of bad hand here. But it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so we're going to go find Crystal, but for some reason I don't actually remember what's going on in the story. But this is actually the last mission here. Right here in Sector X. Oh yes, and Curse. That's a really terrible ending. Yeah, unfortunately I got noticed by this guy. These guys are kind of annoying to deal with, but it's fine. Just deal with this guy with a smart bomb. Okay. Uncle Andros! Now, Oinkney is in this game, but he's a boss in like 2 or 3 missions? I honestly can't remember. Ah, that's still unfortunate there. Ooh, and these guys are pretty terrible to deal with. Yeah, my routing's a little messed up now because I don't have an extra missile to work with. Ooh, jeez. This is very dangerous. I'm gonna see if I can find some health. Ah! Let's see how this turns out. It's fine, I can just missile that guy. This is gonna be a little bit weird, but I should still be able to save this. Okay. Works out. Alright, hopefully I don't choke it on these slipstreams, because I actually only have 1 turn left after this. So if I don't end up getting any of these enemies killed, that's going to be really bad. Okay. Secured the missile. Now I just need to not choke this. Unfortunately, since I didn't save my smart bomb, which was not a smart idea, I've had to deal with these and just multi-target them. I need to play it safe here. Let me... go for one of these rings, see if I can get some health. Okay, good. Okay, where's the rest of these guys? Ah, this guy's being a butt. Ah, there we go. Okay. There's the last one. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we had to go overestimate here, but that's just how it was, unfortunately, because of the death in the third mission. Okay. Alright, so now we're in the... because that'd be weird if Pigma did not show his face here. So Pigma is a little bit different. So we're going to be going up against Pigma here with Cat. I'm sorry, my frames are dropping like crazy. I can't really do too much about it. So it's one of these kind of matching puzzles here, in a way. So it's best to just use Cat here, because I'm not trying to... Ugh. That was a really bad cycle. Okay, Pigma can be a bit of a pain here, because he likes to turn a lot. Ooh, and Pigma can also slam into you, which is no bueno. And he can also just dive under you, and it's just, like, impossible to shoot him. Oh, jeez. I need to actually avoid this. Like the plague. That's the one attack that I want to avoid, because it's really impossible to just avoid with Cat. So... Alright, that's the kind of damage I wanted on the first phase. Just kept accidentally getting a barrel roll for some reason, which really messes up your shots. Okay. Okay. We should be good. We got green laser cycle here. Okay. Alright, so Pigma should be dead right there. Okay. Whew. This game's a mess, I swear. But yeah. Time's gonna be coming up right here once mission is complete. Oh, where's my timer? Oh, okay. But yeah, that's Star Fox Command. Unfortunately, that was a really bad demonstration of how this game can go, but I kind of got screwed over by RNG on the third mission, and just unfortunate deaths all around, so yeah. Yeah, thank you all for watching.